guys, and welcome back at Chala. Thanks so much for joining me for another video. Today we are going to make the world's simplest shaker card. And the products I've got today are this fantastic die from Memory Box called Large Circle Burst. I love the style of this die. I think it's really fun. Again, it's a great quality die. I have just some cardstocks. I'm going to set those aside, but the piece de resistance are these simple cellophane bags from the dollar store. They're 4¼ inches by 6¼ inches, which makes them perfect for these shaker cards. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how easy it is just to open up these bags, and we can put the embellishments inside our little shaker bits. And we're going to simply just put that inside our card. So let's get started, and I'll show you how we go ahead and do that. I've gone ahead and die cut out a panel, and I want to lay this over top of this yellow piece of paper so it looks like a sun shining through. Now, to get my shaker bits started, the great thing about this is it's already sealed up for you. You don't need foam tape or anything, because that will add bulk. I want a shaker card that does not add bulk, so we're just going to use score tape. So I'm going to line up the score tape on the outer edges of this card panel. And it's super, super quick and simple. Just trying to get it nice and straight along the edge, because this is where we're going to lay our bag on. I'm going to do the other side as well. This time I'm going to go up for a bit, because I actually don't want to put the bag right at the bottom. Otherwise all our shaker elements are going to be right at the bottom of the card, and you won't be able to see them. That'll make sense when I apply the bag. I'm going to put a strip on the top. And make sure you really burnish this down well. Okay, and then now that we've got that, we can go ahead and release the paper. I'm using my craft pick here just to help me pick up that release paper. I have to keep my nails nice and short as I'm actually learning violin, so unfortunately no long nails for me. Alright, so we have our little cellophane bag, and I'm just going to make sure that the opening is at the top before I lay it down. I want to adhere it upside down at this point. And then I'm just going to line it up at the bottom. I could have actually put it a little bit higher, but that's okay. I'll just make sure that there is lots of shaker bits in that little baggie so that they float around. So just trying to get it laid down nice and straight. And there we go. We've done the hardest part of this entire shaker card, believe it or not, is just getting this little cellophane bag laid straight so it doesn't have a bubble in it. And you can see it's nice and taut there, so that when we put our shaker bits in it, it acts as the shaker window. So there's no need to do any foam adhesive with this at all. Now I have these little shaker bits. I'm not sure, I think I got them off of Amazon, but you can use sequins. You can use, honestly, even little cake decorations you can use. I've done that before, where I've used little sprinkles for cupcakes. I've put them inside, and they've worked really well as shaker bits as well. So I'm just going to pour a whole bunch into my little cup here. And in the beginning, I tried to make sure that all the little gems were shiny side up. I tried to lay them in there, and that was just too tedious, so I ended up just going ahead and pouring them into the bag. The other nice thing is you don't really need to worry about anti-static powder or anything like that. You don't have to worry about any of your little shaker bits sticking to your adhesive, because it's all contained in this nice little baggie, and look at that. And then to seal it, all we have to do is fold the baggie down. I'm actually going to trim a little bit off the top first though. I'm just trying to cut it nice and straight. And then I can fold that over to the back and secure it again with some more score tape. Then I'm making sure that I press it down really well and everything shakes around nicely and it's not going to fall out. Look how easy that was. Now we can adhere this down to this yellow panel piece that I also cut down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. I noticed I had a little bit there that didn't get punched out, so just using my craft pick to push that through. And then again, I'm going to use some score tape to adhere it down to this panel. I like to use my little trick of creating handles when I'm using panels like this. So I will release half of the score tape and create almost like little handles with it. That way I can lay it down to that card panel nice and straight. And then once I know that it's straight, I can go ahead and release the rest of that paper. So you can see me do this here. I'm going to flip this over, line it up so that my quarters are nice and even. Having some troubles there. Okay, and then once I know that everything is lined up nice and straight, I can press it down and then go ahead and release that paper. So this is a really handy trick to use if you have troubles getting your card bases nice and straight onto your project. Now we're ready to work on the base of our card, and before I attach it to the card base, the shaker bit to the card base, I want to go ahead and stamp my sentiment on the inside. So I'm going to pull out my Stamp Perfect and my favorite stamping ink for sentiments, which is Versa Clair Nocturne Fine Ink. It's probably one of the best inks to use. I always get a good impression. I'm sure if you've seen my videos before, I've always said it, that it's my favorite, because it absolutely is. So I've got my sentiment all picked out. Just going to go ahead and line it up in my stamp platform. And usually I forget to do my sentiment and I adhere everything together, and then I have to try and cram it into my stamping tool. But this time I remembered. And so the sentiment that I decided to go with is, I'm not exactly sure where this one is from. I think I threw the packaging out, so I'll have to search it out on the internet. But it's Wishing You Sunshine and All Things Cheerful, which I think is super cute and fun, and it's great because you can use it as an encouragement card or as a birthday card, so I really like that. Okay, I've also gone ahead and adhered that panel to my card base now with some score tape as well. You've seen how I do that, so I won't show it to you again. I found this cute little kind of holographic butterfly in my stash. I think I just got this from the dollar store, to tell you the truth, but I thought it would look really fun on the front of this card as a little bit of an embellishment. And it's giving me some troubles. Let me tell you, although this embellishment is super cute, the adhesive is very sticky on the back. I couldn't get my non-existent fingernails in there to take apart that piece, but I'm going to go ahead and adhere it down on this right side, just kind of at an angle. I think that looks good there. And just a simple fun embellishment, and I'm just going to trim off a little bit of the wing as it overhangs just a tiny bit, and I think that looks good. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere a few jewels to the front of this card, and that will finish off this card. I'm going to leave the front sentiment free, as I will keep it open as to whether or not I want to use it as a birthday card or if I want to use it as an encouragement card. And here's a final look at the card that I created for today. And everything is listed over on the Scrap and Stamp blog. Hey guys, I would really love it if you sent me some snail mail. I'd love to receive your cards and see what you've been busy making. As well, everybody who sends me a card will get something free in the mail, and I hope to show your cards on one of my next videos. As always, you can find the materials used in today's video down below in the description and over at my blog. Any purchases made through these links helps me to bring you future content and tutorials at no extra cost to you. Another way you can show your support is simply by liking, sharing, and subscribing so as not to miss any future posts. Thanks again, and until next time, P.S. I love you.